Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. This is Sam reacts to it, and we are back again with another video. So I just want to give you something that you should be expecting from Sam reacts to it. Yesterday I did a YouTube short letting you know that I will be reacting to all the whole album that Holy 10 dropped yesterday. I think it dropped it on the 16th, but we started actually listening to it on yesterday and today as well. We are still listening to the tracks, so I will be giving you information on all the tracks. They'll be coming by one each and every day, so expect interesting tracks that are there. I've listened to some of the tracks, and man, the man is fire. It's just that I love this. Coming from the fire of NF, we are moving to Holy 10. We never know, maybe we'll be going to next season. I just love this. But I wish I was coming with a video with maybe a good news to tell, or with a video that was going to warm people's hearts. But no, that would be a lie. I'm actually coming with something that disturbed me. Me myself being a victim of that as well. I went through that when I was at school growing up. I felt like maybe I would actually have an idea of how to explain the impact of how bullying can actually affect a human being. A lot of times I was depressed, talking about me, had to deal with a lot of things, knowing that people who are hurting you to satisfy either the people or friends around you at school and stuff like that, and they're doing something to hurt you either emotionally or physically. It was never something that I would want or I would ever wish anyone that I know to go through. But at the same time, looking at some of the situation that is happening in the world, that especially when we talk about girl children, they take this to heart, and usually they end up putting themselves or killing themselves, which can affect not only can affect not only you but also the people around you. There is a series I used to watch. I'm trying to remember the name. Oh, 13 Reasons Why. I watched that series, and it also goes, I think those guys were trying to find a way to explain how the thing that we take lightly can actually affect people to an extent of doing things that are unthinkable. And if you have ever watched the 13 Reasons Why, if you've never watched it, you have to be strong-hearted to go watch the series. I advise you to go watch it, but you need to be strong, because you won't be able to deal with some craziness that are in there, and some serious, so emotional stories that are in there. But it is not there to harm, but to teach people of how much the effect of bullying another child can actually affect another child. But at the same time, the person who's bullying as well is also a child. So it's a two-way thing. You don't really know how to deal with it. So I'm coming with you with my reaction, because I'm on the side of the girl who killed herself, because that's the side that I was in life growing up. Also, especially that I'm in a foreign country, how it was like and how it affected me growing up, like how I was able to deal with some craziness, how a little small things that other people were doing were actually giving me another hope to live another day. There were points that I thought of just ending my life, but I never come to a point of actually doing it, because there was a lot of things to live for. But unfortunately for this child, it hurts. So let's listen to SABC News, guys, what they were saying, and we will hear my reaction as I go through.
Bullying at school is back in the spotlight. This follows a video showing a girl assaulting another learner at one of the best performing schools in the country, Mbilwi Secondary School in Sibasa outside Thohoyandou in Limpopo. Several people on social media claim the girl who was assaulted has committed suicide. Well, let's get more on this story from our reporter Pimani Baloy, who is at the school. Thanks very much for joining us, Pimani. A very sad story indeed.
By the way, to those who have not watched the video, it is one of the videos that were all over social media, where another girl was just clapping another girl, slapping her left and right on social media. But the worst part, they were not showing the offender. They were showing the one who's being offended, like the one who was being attacked. So her face was the face that was all over the world, that people were making fun about, making memes about and stuff like that. She became a trending topic of the world, a trending topic. I'm not saying this to hurt or to harm any people, but I'm just trying to show you people how a small thing you take for granted can actually lead to another child losing their life. So she was slept badly, horribly. I watched the video and I wish I could do this, but I don't think YouTube can actually allow me to play that thing because it is horrible to watch. It is painful to watch. Now the worst part, now we know that she ended up taking her life. It's just unbelievable. It's just unbelievable. Anyway, let me listen to this, then I'll tell you what I think.
Just tell us what the latest is.
Thank you so much, Mnompo. Yes, indeed. At this point, we've been able to confirm that the grade 10 learner who is seen in that video being assaulted by a fellow grade 10 learner has indeed taken her life and passed away. Mnompo, this is a very sad story where a video surfaced of these two learners. One was standing on the side when the other came to her and started assaulting her. What we understand from the video is that this started after what these two girls were said to be friends, and that there was something that was posted by the other on social media which angered the other, and that's when the assault started. What we are told is that shortly after the assault, both learners went home and one of them went and committed suicide. The circumstances around this suicide at this point are not yet clear because, Nompu, the only confirmation of this suicide that we've had is from the ward councillor, who has come into the school and spoken to the school principal, and is now planning to go to the family of the deceased to see if they need any other support. It could be psychological or any other means. But right now, Nompu, we are unable to get any confirmation from the Provincial Education Department, where spokesperson Didi Malochweni has told us that they are still in meetings with the school principal and the district director to...
It's not easy, It's never easy, people. Because now they've confirmed that the child is dead. The child is gone. Like she's dead. Like she's dead. And the only thing that the government and everyone can offer is whatever they need to deal with the fact that they've lost their daughter, the parents. They have to go through that. They have to go through that. The fact that another child had to play a part, had to make herself a social media trend while clapping my own child who I'm sending at school, paying school fees and stuff like that. And that led to my child taking out her life, and now she's gone. She's gone. Which parent in this world can deal and actually go through that and be okay? Never easy, people. It's never easy. It's painful.
Find out what could have happened and what could have led to this incident. But Nompu, there's been chaos since morning, ever since we got to this school. You might recall Mbilu is one of the best performing schools in the country, which has always produced best performing learners. So when we got to the school, because it's a huge school with a big enrollment,
she was a whiz kid. The kid that passed away, she was a whiz kid. She was good. She performed well, one of the best learners in the world, the best learners in the world. Now she took her life. She's gone. The country have just lost maybe one person who was going to discover some things in life, because usually the people who are good always produce amazing things. So she ended up pushing herself to a point of taking her life. It's hard.
It turned out that it was the time where lower grade learners from grade 8 to 10 were coming into school to start their classes at 11 o'clock. And it turned out that the learner who is said to have assaulted the learner who later took her life was in one of the taxis, where we saw a group of learners surging towards that taxi, wanting to assault, I guess, the learner, saying that they want justice for Lufuno. But the taxi driver was quick to react and stopped this violence from happening. But right now, this.
So right now there is chaos in the school. Like what they're saying that I don't know when this was shot, but they were saying that there is chaos at school, where the learner who took away, who caused the death, or the one who was assaulting this other child who took her life, was also in trouble. So it's another different way, looking like people are asking for justice, but now they're bullying the bully. They're bullying the bully, if that makes sense. They're going after her and now trying to hurt her. So it means that for that, she has to stop coming to school for somehow, some way.
Story is about the loss of a life, Lufuno, and we are joined by somebody who knew Lufuno very closely, a grade 12 learner from the school Chilizi. Chilizi, just briefly take us through how you knew Lufuno, how you feel about her passing right now.
To be honest, I'm very, very hurt about her passing. I first knew her this year, since she says she knew me from other people. Yes. And then I saw her as a very friendly child. So I decided to be friends with her. We'd talk often on social media. And she would often comment on my posts. And we were in some sorts friends. So then I took her in closely because she's one of the people that I used to talk to often. So then once her passing occurred, I honestly felt very bad. I felt devastated. At first, I didn't take it serious. I thought perhaps I'll see her tomorrow at school and perhaps people are spreading rumors. But then when I found out that it's not rumors, it's actually true. Honestly, it was like somebody splashed me with cold water in my face. I didn't expect it to be true. I didn't expect that she would take her life because she portrayed herself as a very happy person since she was friendly. Most people know her as a very friendly person.
We